Hey everybody, welcome to Act 2 of Dr. Dante Presents. This is a healthy conversation I'm having with Black gay men over the age of 50, and we are sharing our experiences growing up, our experiences navigating just coming out and all of that. But today's talk is really going to be about our conceptions about Gen Z and the millennials and how they're navigating their gay experiences. You know, you may hear some stuff that's going to be like, wow, that's a bit harsh. But you may hear some things and be like, okay, I can see that. I get it. But it's all from a place of love, understanding, and family, because at the end of the day, we all gay, regardless of age. So thank you. I appreciate it. Hope you watch Act 1. If you did not, take time to go back and watch Act 1. And most important, thank you to subscribing to this show on WatchVIM. So listen, fellas, we are back for the second part of this conversation.
Yeah.
We're gonna dive into a discussion about the generational divide. We have millennials and we have Gen Zs that are identifying themselves as gay, queer, same gender loving, gender non-binary, gender non-conforming, just all.
I don't even know what to call them.
Right, they're all identities. It's right, the ubiquitous community. Right. But they are living their best life. We cannot take that from them.
And I love it.
They are living their best life. They're living in truth. But for a lot of people within our generation, there is some envy.
Yeah.
Because they're like, look at them just being all loud and proud. Look at them just being gay every day, all day. Look at them getting married. Look at them having these lavish weddings. Look at them. And it's like, well, why are you so mad? Why are you so upset? But on the flip side, we had to navigate our gayness in a totally different way. It was not so in your face. No. We were not, I don't want to say they're trying to force feed. They are just living their truth, but we were not out there trying to pull everybody into our community. Because one thing I can say that we did have, we had community. Yeah. The Black gay community was a community. Everyone was not invited to the table. No. And we were not trying to go and sit at everybody's table. We knew who we were. We had a village. But it seems like nowadays that they're trying to blur all the lines and sing, you know, Frankie Beverly, we are one. Yeah. And we know that is not the truth, especially those of us from a small town. Yeah.
Oh, you're preaching to me. I felt the spirit move.
You felt seen?
Spirit move, I did.
I want you to feel seen.
I feel
they have so many resources, though.
Okay, go ahead. Let's go into it. Let's go. Resources like what?
Well, the internet.
Okay.
We didn't have that.
So they can be gay differently?
Oh, very much.
Can we say that they have all the benefits without the struggle? Because
their
community was built on our backs.
Well, what was your struggle?
Bag bashed. We got beat up. We got called out our names.
No, wait a minute now. Because I didn't. Wait a minute. Hold on. I didn't have no struggle when I was trying to meet somebody.
Well, that's you. But we all different.
But you know, you're from a big city.
Exactly.
Have
small
some
town.
Oh,
Thank
you
town.
From a small town.
Now they're living their life loud, proud, in everybody's
and that's
face.
okay.
It is okay. We couldn't do that, but they do not realize the people who had to get beat up talked about all of this, all of these laws passed to them to live in this truth.
So they can wed in person.
So they're not paying homage to the people who really
because they'll call you old in a minute. Oh, you old.
Well,
you this, you that.
I even go into the fact of, again, if we look at it as a Black community, we even pay homage to as far as slavery was concerned, or in the 60s during
some of us
during the but nowadays I think because we were so busy raising, and I'll put it at people that are 60 and into 50s that have children. Like my brother was so busy raising his children not to have to struggle like he struggled, or not having to see it like he saw it. So my nephews have a very different mentality of what life looks like. So I think that is what these younger people have going for them and going against them, because they don't have the struggle. It was just always there. So again, that in your face, this always been here. This is how it should be. They don't know that is not the way that it was what it always was.
Right.
So I think a lot of times that is the hindrance of themselves, that they really don't know. My brother even asked me, who was a very straight individual, why is it that this emasculation of the man, period, in the community now, why is everybody so flamboyant? Why is it so in your face right now? Even amongst my friends, sometimes I look at our communities and I'm like, okay, mama, you're doing a little bit too much. Like you don't have to do all of that.
Right.
But again, that is what the society calls for them right now, to be able to have the benefit to do, to have the wedding. And like you said, we're a little bit jaded, because if I could have had one of them weddings a few years ago, or changed my name and put a hyphenation with my name and have my boo and all of that, I would have done that years ago. But that wasn't our privilege back then. That was our struggle back then.
Right.
So it's a huge difference, I think, that they look at.
Can I tap on that?
Of course.
And back in our days, and me growing up, and my mom single parent, marriage wasn't talked about.
Okay.
So I just feel like in our age, in today's age, with them getting married and all that, they're getting married, but do you know your partner?
They're having the wedding.
Or having
They're
a
having
wedding. You don't even know your partner, really.
I'm going to chime in and tell your story, though, as my best friend. Curtis has been with his partner over how many years?
24.
Ain't never walked down the aisle, ain't exchanged a ring.
But that's my point, though. And that's my point.
He don't know him yet. He's still learning.
But no. I know him very well.
Very well.
Very well.
Oh, is he too cheap to buy the
But-
right.
No, he's bought me 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
You said no?
He's bought me 3.
He didn't propose.
Okay. But no, seriously, no. We're not gonna put my relationship on. Right, we're not.
Be easy, small town.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I remember growing up as the only child, and my mom never being married, but she's always had a significant partner
Okay.
that took care of things that was like a husband to her.
Okay. Yeah.
I would say. So I feel like in our generation, that was never, it was never taught. It wasn't necessary to be married just to have your significant other. Yeah. So with me and Vince being together, as long as we've been together, and people go, are you guys married? Yeah, we fucking married, because it's been over 5 years.
Common law.
Common law. And we have paperwork in order. So yeah, we're married, but we ain't walked down the aisle. But in my generation,
it wasn't.
I don't feel like that's necessary.
It wasn't.
We had commitment ceremonies. We had a little ring
like
commitment
people
ceremony.
Like, I'm like, no, I ain't doing all that.
It wasn't an
Like,
option.
no. I cringe when people are like, are you getting me? I'm like, I ain't walking down the aisle. I ain't getting dressed up to do this
you're not doing
ceremony.
Would you not do it because of your upbringing and you feel that you guys are solid enough, or because it's a man?
No.
I just feel like it wasn't in my upbringing. It wasn't a part of our generation to be married, to be as a couple.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And this is a tap on that one. I'm a little older than you guys.
Not a little.
But
Well, watch
back when
it.
I grew up, we didn't have rights.
Right.
We didn't have gay rights.
Unpack that. Right. Unpack that.
We didn't have the right
No.
to walk down the street with a purse.
Right.
We didn't have the right to be flamboyant. We didn't have a right to be who we wanted
Exactly. None of that.
to be. We didn't have a right. We had to go and hide and change clothes to go into the club. We had a right.
So now to ask me to walk down the aisle and marry somebody, I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, we are married.
These kids now, they don't realize what we had to
The struggle.
suppress
Exactly.
or struggle so they can do what they want to do.
Right.
So they need to pay homage to that.
Yeah.
So do you just throwing it out there, do you feel invisible when it comes to millennials and Gen Z?
No.
Do you feel like they are overlooking us, like
No.
we have nothing to contribute
No.
to their
Not all.
I feel like they are very unique to see me, because I'll sit and not see them, because that's not my circle. That's not my crowd. That's just not what I do. Okay, mama, go on ahead and do your thing. But you don't have to put that in my face.
Okay.
There are certain crowds of it. And again, I'm not mad at you, but that's just not me. And honestly, I think for us growing up, it was a little bit more even segregated to the fact of trans groups, the sissy groups, the girls that wore the makeup, the straight, the DLs.
Well, in our day,
segregated.
transgenders were drag queens.
Yeah.
Right.
So again, even when you went to the drag shows, you were looked at a little bit differently.
Right.
So the balls that everybody go to now,
Right.
that was something very different that we didn't do that back in my day, and that was that crowd. So it's almost segregation in our own community, where now I think the Gen Zs are very overly populated and accepting of a little bit of everything, hindrance, and as well as it's helpful for them.
Now this may get some pushback from some viewers watching.
Yes.
It may get some pushback because we may have viewers that are going to watch this that are within our age range, and they're like, "Well, I completely disagree with that because I did carry a purse. I did do this in my 20s. I lived my best life in my 20s."
And I can tap on that.
And they did, but it wasn't.
They did.
They had a few, but it wasn't now. I mean, you can go in and it's just over. It's too much.
This was too much. And
You can go to a straight club and be a gay man with a bag or a person, whatever you want to call it,
Yes.
and you're okay.
Yes.
Back in our day, you couldn't do that.
We couldn't do that. No, we couldn't go to the Red Onion.
There was some.
And I used to go to the Red Onion.
Who did it?
Baby, guess what? All the females. I was
Yeah.
straight when I went to the Red Onion.
You had to be.
Okay?
Yeah.
From the bouncer to the fucking getting in.
Right.
But
Between that and the Century Club.
Back then, still, they wasn't. I don't think they left home with purses a lot of times. If they were living with their parents.
And if they did, they were about that life. There were some that you looked at a certain crew of them,
But you didn't mess with them because they was known as being crazy or something wrong.
Well, I'm saying that those people, the youngsters don't realize there's people our age that had to fight so they can
Yes.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
So there were people in our generation that did it.
Yeah.
But the struggle they had to go through, they had to fight, they had to do this, do that, so they can be who they are.
They had
now.
to kick the door down.
And they don't pay tribute or respect to the generation.
They don't honor it. And one thing I appreciate about this talk right here, because I have had conversations with a lot of heterosexual people, and they think that we're all on the same page.
Right.
And what you just said about, that's over the top. It's too much. It's unnecessary. I think straight folks need to see that there's different layers to the gay experience. Some of us are not as out there like that, and we're like, wow, you're doing a whole lot. Women don't even do all that, But then and we're not hating on it. We're not mad at you, but it's like, understand there's a time, for me, there's a time and a place for everything. So I recall when I came out, and I was living with my partner the whole night, and my sister, we're 10 years apart. My sister said, okay, you gay, I get it, you gay, but do me this favor. I don't ever want to see you kiss a guy. And I said, that's fair. Sure. Because I don't want to see you kiss a guy either. Because you're my little sister.
Right.
So the same way, I don't want to see you up in the corner getting hunched on. You don't want to see me with a dude. That's fair. But you have some that have the mentality, oh, so I can't be who I want to be. You not finna silence me. It's like, no, meet people where they're at. And what they can handle, what they can, and just understand that everybody is not there.
Well, not only that, I think for me, again, professionally and what I do, I will let anybody know I'm not, I grew up in don't ask, don't tell, but I'm not hiding anything.
Right.
But I'm also not, like, there's a lot of girls in my job and at my office who are friends with other gay men. And the moment they try to honey child and girlfriend me, I'm not that.
Right.
Like, you can't have that conversation with me.
Right.
That's just not my world. I ain't mad at it, but that's just not who I am. For instance, I was in the elevator and I carry a briefcase, but it's not a regular briefcase, it's a bag. One of my coworkers, she was like, oh, I like your purse. I looked at her and I didn't speak to that girl for 3 weeks.
Now why did that bother you so?
Because again, everybody is not in that same category. Everybody's not carrying a purse. And because you see a bag of a man and it's not a fold up briefcase of an old daddy, like your daddy's had with the locks on it.
With the clips and all that,
I had a regular, very trendy bag that I carry every day. But in her mind, because she got gay girlfriends and she identifies Dustin as gay, I like your purse.
And thinking that's the end.
And that's okay.
That's the end. And we talked about that off camera. Certain things we can say to each other that an outsider can't say.
Yeah.
We're not that cool.
Yeah.
We're not that close.
Girlfriend
we're not,
all day long.
We're not friends. We're not all
no,
that. Don't come to me because you know some gay jargon and think that's going to be our bonding place. Because no, we're not like that.
And that's like, I got a good friend that we go back and forth. We go back and forth. We go for the juggle with each other. But even you being a gay man, you can't juggle. You can't say
Right. I don't have that entry point.
Right. You can't say because we'll turn on you.
Right. Yeah. Together. And I'm thinking y'all enemies. And I'm like, wait.
But that's how I get that.
And by the way, that friend couldn't be here today. So I hope you're watching.
Right.
But
now.
And go back to the thing you somebody that you saw about you don't kiss a man in front.
Yeah.
Me and Curtis don't do all that in public.
Yeah.
That's how I get that. I mean, that's not how I get that. Everybody know we together.
Yeah.
I'll be kissing, hugging, all this.
Right.
But me and Curtis,
you ain't got to prove your love.
I gotta prove nothing.
Right.
Me and Curtis going to
and
situation,
that's
he go his way, I go my way.
That's the key where I feel like a lot of the youngsters want to prove their love or prove
their life.
They're gay or prove that they can kiss and do all this and that. It's all good.
It's too in your face.
Yeah.
And
but
that's why a lot
time
of
and place for everything.
heterosexuals are tired because they feel like they keep saying about this gay agenda, because they literally want to push their lifestyle on everyone and they want you to accept it. Like, you're going to respect it, you're going to accept me. Everybody ain't got to respect it, they ain't got to accept it, and that's okay. So you have to be respectful.
So let's talk
to all of that.
You know, because you're a millennial. You're a millennial. You're a millennial. You're a millennial.
No, but I have a question.
What's your question?
Because I agree with everything that you guys are saying. But the only thing I would say is that I don't think that's from every person's perspective.
It's not. Because
I feel
it's not.
being married and my husband, it's not that I'm trying to be like, oh, I want to show my love or whatever. It's just that if I'm in my world with my person,
but you feel like you can or should do that though.
Well, and it's not the fact that I want to like showcase it to anybody else. But if I am at a restaurant or whatever, and I feel the need that I want to hug or kiss my husband, do I not?
Well, let me come back because I believe in PDAs. When I'm with somebody and I'm with my person, we gonna do all the things.
And y'all kids around, and that's a whole other conversation.
And I was with someone, and there were kids involved, and the family was involved. So I believe in the whole, when you're in your life, live your life. But pushing your life into other people's face makes a difference.
I agree with that. I do.
Yeah.
I do agree with that.
Yeah.
But there are some people that just be doing.
Oh no! When I'm out on a date, I'm gonna need you to give me a little rub on my back. Hold my hand across the table. Let's have our live your life, but don't push your life.
Proper. It's proper, and it's. I think when you're doing it with malicious intent, to prove and to cause other people to be uncomfortable, that's a problem.
She gonna see me.
Yeah, right. You're gonna see me, and I see you watching. Now that you watching, let me slip my tongue down his throat.
Right.
Watch this bit, and it's come on. Now you ruffling feathers because you want to go viral.
Yes.
It's like we get it. Everybody is not going to accept gay people.
Exactly.
Everybody's not going to respect gay people. We know that to be true.
Right.
So why are you stroking the fire? Why are you poking the bear to make a scene that's unnecessary? And why are you going to go to environments where you know they're going to trip about you being there anyway? Now, you know doggone well you cannot be in Monroe, Louisiana, acting a certain way. And then if you do act a certain way and you get the repercussions of that, you're in Monroe, Louisiana.
Exactly.
But if you come to West Hollywood, okay, be great. But why invite it into your life when it's unnecessary, and then you want to go post about it on the media? Speaking of media, and how the media presents Black gay men, and I will just use the Atlanta Housewives, and I think they made Black gay men an accessory. Because the Black gay men they pulled on the shows, like the Housewives, Love and Hip Hop, all of that, they were the over-the-top, hyper feminine, always with the bag, the heels, the makeup, nothing against
and we all get brought into that.
We all are clustered in.
Yes.
We're all clustered. So therefore you have a lot of young gay men, young Black gay men, that's like, I will never come out because society is going to assume that I'm that kind of person.
And I'll say this, me and Vince were, I'm not going to say interviewed, but we were chosen for a Love and Hip Hop show.
Okay.
And a very dear friend of mine told me, she said, you guys are too mature for the show. We were interviewed before they had the two guys on the show. I'm not going to say no names, but it was the two guys on the show. We were interviewed before they even had them on there. They told us we was too mature for the show.
We wasn't feminine enough.
They were basically saying y'all were boring.
Y'all were boring. Y'all were boring men.
We weren't gonna get no ratings.
We wasn't gay.
We wasn't
Yeah,
gay
gay.
because we
And
dress
that's what
like
sales.
we're like
That's
this.
what
We're
sales.
normal,
That's what sales.
And they want to stereotype.
and they
Yeah.
wanted to sell the show.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
And
It's
I was
money.
mad as hell
They
because
told
I
us.
was just like, give us this platform and we're gonna take it and run with it.
Right.
That was my mentality.
There is another side.
I wanted to
it.
show another side of
I can sit in the room with any straight man. And you
absolutely.
But who gonna want to watch
But
that?
they didn't
Exactly.
want that.
Boring.
They wanted the drama and all that because that's what sold on TV.
They want tables flipping, and so how does that make y'all feel, knowing that the society is trying to box us in to be these menaces?
At the time, I was
with
pissed.
no class.
At the time, I was
Uh-huh.
pissed because I had a whole nother idea going through my head.
Mhm.
I was like, we're gonna get this platform and we're gonna run with it. I was pissed. But now that I saw how it played out, I was glad I wasn't
Grateful.
chosen.
Grateful, right?
because I think they would have tried to
We probably wouldn't be sitting here today.
manipulate us.
They would have
To be the way they
dismantled
want
our
us to be.
relationship.
They would manipulate. They would
Yeah.
try to mess. They would try
Yeah.
to dig up mess.
And I felt like my friend was telling me that for a reason.
Yeah.
You don't want this.
You don't
show.
want this.
Everybody
Yeah.
has a past, and I figured if you watch those shows, I don't understand how women get together and argue and fight all the time.
For a check.
That's
Right,
right.
I'm
For a
saying,
check.
so-
That's
Everything
why they
was
do it.
for a
saying,
check.
but that can't be the reality of those real friendships.
Right.
So it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
So I figured me and Curtis would have got on there. They would try to tear us apart.
It's all scripted anyway.
And you'd have been like, wait a minute, but we don't fight like that.
Right,
We don't do
absolutely.
this.
So it was a blessing in disguise that
Right.
we get chosen.
But
Yeah.
I have, again, my brother has asked me this exact same situation. And again, is this a societal thing to emasculate the black man and make him so not threatening to the other societies? Because again, we are some very intelligent, everybody ain't honey child girlfriending.
Gainfully
Everybody-
employed.
Yeah,
Degreed.
very much so. We're
Yeah.
working in court. I'm in a space where I make decisions. I want to be at that table.
Right.
I want to be suit and tie, but I don't need to have nails and like the guy Duran that has that song Overqualified, and he in that video he shows himself. He's degreed up. He's all the things, and then he also pops his finger and all of that. I know what that looks like to corporate America and to certain groups of people, that they're not always as accepting of it, because I never wanted to be classified as the gay black anything.
Right.
I saw what that looked like to other people that were before me. And I wanted to be known as, okay, that black man right there. But they always wanted to add the gay black to it. What my sexuality is, who I sleep with,
Don't
has
have nothing.
absolutely nothing to do with these decisions.
I'm only
I'm
gay in the
making as a
bedroom.
Absolutely.
Listen, and the park and
I'll say, I can actually speak on
That's a
both.
whole nother, yeah.
I can
That's
actually
Act Five.
speak on both accords though, because I was that gay guy back in the day when it was taboo. Like I had the hair, I had the pink curls, I had the purse, I wore the Daisy Dukes.
And
all
you
that
made it
because
out.
I did. Because of the tribe,
But why did you
I
choose
came
that?
out. Because being gay back then was also impressionable. Who your clique was when you came out, you normally follow suit.
Mhm.
Like I thought I should be a bottom because all my friends, when I realized what gay, they were all bottoms. Not until I realized that I don't really like that side of it. I like the other side of it. I had to find who I was. So I was just following the leader. So, but I did it well. It felt good. I used to have the tracks, the nails, everything you just said that you did all of that.
Mm.
But my daddy telling me that, hey, you need to be a man first and foremost, knowing that I need to exist in this world, I had to be that man.
Yeah.
So when I graduated from college, took that professional persona on, I realized I feel more comfortable in this body. And so I can understand both of those dualities.
Yeah.
So I get it. There's a such thing as too much.
Yeah.
I do believe there's a time and a place for everything. I think you need to be respectful, and I think you need to know how to read the room.
So since you said that, let's talk about labels.
Mm.
Because in the Labiquita
Yeah.
community, shout out to T.S. Madison for always saying that.
Yeah.
Hey, Maddie. Labels is something that's just spun around.
Yeah.
And now we got to ask everybody, well, how do you identify?
Yeah. What's your pronoun?
You know, he, him, his, she, her, hers, they, them,
I think
theirs.
that's bullshit.
You know, how do you identify? And that wasn't our thing.
I'm sick of it.
We talked off camera about growing up.
I'm sick of it.
You were either gay or straight.
Bitch, you either gay or straight. It's not no in between.
It wasn't no sis. It was usually the
Fag, sissy, punk.
Fag or faggot when I was growing up.
Right. So expound upon that, bitch. What's a fag?
You're looking at him. You're looking at him.
You're right. Now, what's a faggot?
A feminine fag. Gay,
Softer, gay, super gay.
Super gay.
Super gay.
Oh, I
super
didn't
gay.
even know that. Okay.
Yeah, super gay.
But that's when I was growing up. I didn't know
Right.
queer.
We didn't have all that.
Gay was white men
Right.
Okay.
when I grew up.
Uh-huh.
In my community, it was fag or faggot.
Mm-hmm. And then gay was white. That was a white
That
term.
was a white.
Well, even for me, like now, that identifying situation, I am a black man who loves other black men.
Right.
That's my
Okay.
preference.
Okay.
The letters and all of that, these are boxes that people needed to put you in so that it makes them comfortable to be able to speak to you.
But what about those that they hold fast to those labels? You will address me as such. You will identify me as such.
Because if that's who that person is, if that's who that person want to be, then you got to give them their respect.
You do. I agree.
That's fine,
I
but
agree.
the issue comes in when you address them initially. You don't know that,
Right.
so you are only judging them based off what you see,
Right.
and they don't know how to give grace because they'll go off. Well, I'm not a he,
Right.
him.
Well, I'm looking at a full beard, so I'm assuming you're a he, him.
Exactly.
No, I'm a she, her. But you got a full beard.
Right.
But when you go to apply for a job, it says black, Hispanic, Native American, white, or other. It don't, all these other, now there will be two other
Just like
pages.
it says married or single.
Yeah.
It don't say dating, courting, relationship.
So when
it's
I walk up
complicated,
on
it's
you,
not
I
right.
see a black man. I don't see a gay black man when I initially approach you.
Yeah.
Now, when I get to know you and have conversations with you, then there's an identity that comes
And you
along
can call
with
them
that.
by whatever pronouns that they want
I
to be.
never walk up on somebody and assume anything as far as their sexuality.
Yeah.
If I don't know you.
We're just talking about pronouns.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't say that he's gay.
Right.
Or he's that. It's like when
But
we
what
have-
about
it's like
what about appearance?
Yeah, because you got to go by
if you see a
even if you dress like feminine, you might not even call that. I don't know. I
if he got a full press
I call somebody by their name.
with a whole set of acrylics,
I
I'm gonna think he's
at
gay.
when I get comfortable with you. Oh, I know he's gay.
100%.
But
Yeah.
just like
They wearing you out.
I take it.
He wearing you
Well, we have parts. We
Uh-huh.
have parts in the house, and we pretty much accept anybody.
Right.
We let people come to our fit, whatever.
Yeah.
Somebody come to me, you come to me and say, hey, what about so and so? I might know so. I don't put labels on my friend because you might not want to be gay today.
Because you're mature.
You know what I'm saying? You
Everybody
might
got
not want to be.
mature.
I might know you're gay,
But I'm only gay in the bedroom.
Well, and that's why I can't say. Like somebody says, is he gay? I don't know. Go ask him. I don't put labels on somebody just even though I know. Well, if I know you are.
So what about feminine, masculine?
Because I think
Like
that's
you just said you gave full fish,
full.
but you didn't like bottoming.
Right.
Okay.
So that's where you put in there. What box you
Exactly.
What
But if
box-
somebody were
what
to
box
see,
you check?
but if somebody were to see him in full geesh,
Right.
it's like, well, clearly I'm thinking that
Right.
I'm about to do this.
Exactly.
Well, just like you see these guys that say they full trade, but they full bottom.
They soft tops.
Or they,
A blouse.
Right.
Or like you said, the straight guys that have full bottom. What do you call them? They look their appearance to be straight.
Girls.
I mean, but what do you call them
Ma'am.
walking up to them?
Girl.
Ma'am.
No, seriously. I'm just like you say, because he dressed like fish, you think he's a bottom, but he say he's not.
But if you see, and we know a lot of
In my
thugs
mind,
that are bottoms.
in my mind, I'm thinking something, but my mouth ain't gonna say that.
Right.
Right.
You're not gonna say it. No, you're right. You're not.
But
gonna
again,
say it.
this is where that fine line comes in, where sexuality and identity
It's two different
are two
things.
totally
It's two
different
different
things.
things.
Talk about
And that's
that.
what I'm saying, that the younger generation blurs the line. Just because of how you sleep with somebody, don't mean that's how you walk out the door.
Right. Right.
And again, we can have some relationships and you could walk and be like, oh, he the top and he the bottom. And it could be the exact opposite in their bedroom.
They can both be bottoms and they hire a top to come on in.
That part too.
We can unpack that later.
Yeah.
That is
But it
another
happens.
episode.
Right.
It's about to be But that's why I say it's the blurred lines thing now of the Gen Zs or whatever, the younger generation. That again, where we don't understand because y'all got too many letters.
And the bigger issue is
either you are
everybody
or you
wants a seat at the table. Back in our day, male, female, femme, mask. Now you got all these pronouns because someone feels like I need to be seen. So they're going to keep adding to the alphabet.
Right.
There's not enough room. We still can see you without giving you this platform for you to be a Z.
Right.
I don't even know how to pronounce that. The Z-E, I guess it's Z.
I don't know what non-binary
Exactly.
is. Just, what is that?
It's just,
That's you don't fit into either gender. You just exist.
That's crazy.
You just
to me.
exist.
you can choose which
You can
day.
choose
What
from
day
the
you? I
day.
want to be a girl
So,
today.
So
I want
it's
to be
like
a
you just
man
said.
today.
It's like you just said. You don't know what a person is doing.
Right.
So
I never understood what they said with non-binary.
Yeah, the non-binary.
I can have on a dress with chest hair and a beard and heels, and I can say I'm
That's a dress.
non-binary.
No, it's not.
No, they don't
Hi.
conform to either.
We're sorry. That's not. That is not drag.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Right.
No, it was drag in
I'm not
our day.
bashing.
It was
Right.
it was
It's not
drag in
drag.
our
I'm
day
bashing.
because it was somebody dressing up.
Right, but now
It was more of
But
a
now it's
you're dressing.
non-binary.
Now it's
either
in our day it was like you're dressing up. In their day it's like no, you're transgender.
It's
That's even different.
That's even
That's
different.
even different.
Yeah.
The trans umbrella is huge.
Yes,
We ain't
that's
gonna
a
even
totally
get into
different
that.
spectrum.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen.
Even we gay and confused.
Right. I'm trans. Am I trans?
Which is great. Which is great.
Am I trans?
You can be.
Which is zippers. Which is zippers.
Which is zippers down. Zippers down, you trans. Zippers up, you're not.
Okay.
But I
It was up your dress.
right.
Oh,
but I
okay.
think that's good to say. I mean, to just close out this episode because even you're watching and you're seeing in this space there is confusion. So if you are heterosexual and you're watching and you're like, wow, I thought they were all on the same page. I thought they all understood. No, we don't get a monthly
We're
mailer
confused. We're confused.
to update us and to let us know. I'm a little bit more advanced because I work in the field. I work in the field of sexual health, HIV, whatnot. So I understand a lot of the terminology, but people that are not a part of it, they just live in their lives. This is not common vernacular.
Exactly.
Mm-mm.
So it is confusing. It is a lot to juggle once you reach a certain age. But
Yeah.
of course, Gen Zs, they have a grasp on it because they're creating the terms.
Yes.
So in our space, we have to be a tad bit more empathetic and understanding and let them be who they want to be because we don't get it.
I just try
This
not to
becomes
get,
my
I try not
challenge.
to get involved.
You just said something that I have a challenge with. Though.
Uh-huh.
We have to let them be.
Let them be.
Because again, where do we form boundaries to have understanding? Not to put a cap on them, but there has to be boundaries to an understanding. Letting them be is that letting a person run rampant
Well, we have to
so
get
that there's no longer an understanding.
Well, we have to get in the same space safely. We don't have safe spaces for us to come and have conversations like
Right.
this. When we get into these spaces, there's not a healthy person to moderate the discussion,
Yes.
so it goes haywire,
Yes.
That's
and
what
no
I'm
one
saying.
can reel it back in.
That's what I'm saying. The letting them be becomes a whole different conversation.
Right. So I think we got to create space for intergenerational conversations amongst Black gay persons.
Right.
So that we can say, well, help us to understand you. And then you understand why we're having difficulty understanding. So you can see we've gone through. We all talked about paving the way, paying homage and all that. But if they don't know the gay history, there's no classes they can take to learn gay history. So we have to bridge a gap some kind of way. And hopefully this will start those conversations. So this is the end of Act 2. So we got 2 down, we got 1 more to go. Thank you for tuning into this one on WatchVIM. Please stick around because Act 3 is coming your way.
Yes.
Unlimited entertainment, one destination. WatchVIM. Experience seamless streaming with a monthly subscription for all devices. Elevate your entertainment journey. Stream online or download the WatchVIM app now.